My name is Molly and I was bullied.
My name is Angela and I was bullied.
How were you bullied?
Okay, when I first came to Australia, I came in 91 when there was the recession was in full swing. Couldn't really get a job. So when I did get one, it had to be for keeps. And anyway, I got this job at where I work now. And one of the girls there who was training me, it used to be a buddy training session. It wasn't like a classroom training session. She used to pass all sorts of comments and it was an insurance company, and she would pass comments like she doesn't know a Holden from a Ford, what kind of insurance is she going to be able to sell, or if she would run off to breaks by herself, never invite anyone or never invite me or include me in the group. She used to do things like with pronunciations, if it wasn't the Australian pronunciation, she would make fun of you in front of everyone. She used to all sorts of little things. She used to at lunch break she would comment on the food that you ate, or things like that. And of course after the first week that I had been there, the supervisor actually asked me whether or not how was I going, and she even, obviously they were aware of what was happening, and she actually said that I'm surprised that you've even stayed this long.
No.
She said, I thought you would have left, you're still here. And of course I was going nowhere, but all that it did was it made me more determined to make sure I learnt everything, make sure I was, as good as I could possibly be at the job. And, a few years later, I did prove myself. I did learn my insurance, to the best, where people were coming later and asking me questions. And years and years later, 20 years down the track, I'm still there. They got the job. So they've actually made redundant the girls that were bullying. And it didn't have a negative effect. I suppose it was good in a way, because it made me determined to be the best that I could. It made me determined not to be in a position to be asking other people questions, but to learn the product and be in a position where others came and asked me questions. So it was good. It was bad at the time that it was happening. I used to go home crying. Mom used to tell me, you've got to stick it out. You can leave if you want to, but I knew what the job scene was like. And so I stayed. And I'm glad that I stayed. And in amongst all the bullies, there was one girl that did befriend me. And she's still my friend, and the two of us are still there. So it was good and bad. Overall, I've got good memories of the place.
That's great.
My name is Joan and I was bullied.
My name is Marcy and I have been bullied.
My name is Marcel. I was cyberbullied and tormented throughout my schooling. The older kids thought that I was the laughingstock of the school and a little wimp that they could push around, basically. I spent some of my lunchtimes in the bathroom until about year 11, when I befriended my now best friend Eloise, but being friends with me meant that she was also a new target for these people to poke and make fun of, and never did I think that people could be so brutal. And here I am, still afraid to open up sometimes. My photos on Facebook and Instagram seem to be the perfect outlet for people to make fun of me and leave horrible comments, which was just painful and hurtful to read and have to go through, and it took me to a point where I had to close my accounts. And I hate the fact that someone could feel satisfied by emotionally scarring another person. And I still hurt today. I have little to no self-esteem, and I feel like I should be left alone by myself. And at one point I was close to giving everything up.